This is Bob Lazar. In the 1980s, he claims to have worked at a secret site near Area 51 where the US government was hiding real alien technology. Let me tell you what he said. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to do something different. We are going to talk about an alleged former employee of a secret site near Area 51. This is Bob Lazar. According to Bob, this is where the US government was hiding alien spaceships and where he helped reverse engineer them. But why haven't we heard of this place before? Well, according to Bob, it's because the government erased it from existence. By doing so, this would cause the air molecules to spin around really fast. Well, according to Bob, the government has a bunch of scientists working on covering up the alien tech. So there isn't any raw data or evidence for him to base a paper on. All he has are the memories from when he worked there. Maybe he was telling the truth. Maybe he wasn't. Who knows? And if you want to learn more about UFOs, click the link right here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. But one thing is for sure, his story is one of the most unbelievable stories about aliens ever told. Since the bubble was closed off on all sides, it caused the molecules to move in a circle. This created thrust that allowed the ship to move forward. Bob says that in order to move backwards, they would basically turn the engine off. Then the air molecules would start falling back down. Now the ship could literally fall through the sky. Bob also said that the ships could go much faster than the speed of sound without creating sonic booms. This was because the air molecules would actually heat up, making the air around the ship less dense. This meant that as the ship moved forward, the air literally turned to a gas, allowing the ship to move faster than the speed of sound without creating any boom. He claims that after he left the base, they bulldozed it and put up a fake school to cover the entrance. Yep, according to Bob, the government could easily erase entire facilities with just a few keystrokes on a keyboard. They were powered by zero-point energy. There was no wires, gears, or moving parts. Bob says that there was a crystal in the center of the ship that looked kind of like a basketball. He says that when the ship's power was turned on, the basketball-sized crystal would glow. Then energy would flow from the crystal into the magnetic ring, which would produce the anti-gravity field. In the 1980s, he claimed to have worked at a secret site near Area 51 where the US government was hiding real alien technology. Let me tell you what he said. In 1988, Bob Lazar published an article claiming that between 1985 and 1989, he worked at a secret facility called S4. This would cause the air molecules to push away from the ship, allowing it to fly. But okay, let's say this guy is telling the truth. Why would the government want to hide alien tech? Well, Bob says that if people knew the truth about how advanced alien tech really was, they would panic. First, there was an element called element 115. Now, if you're a chemistry nerd like me, you may already know that as of 2021, the only element with an atomic number higher than 115 is tennessine. But Bob says that element 115 was powering the alien ships. And even crazier, it was being created by the nuclear reactors in the ships. He said that the ship's reactor would transmute the element 115 from the elements below it. Bob says that what the government wanted was for people to think that aliens were just little green men in flying saucers. That way, people wouldn't panic if they found out. Now, let's go over some of the crazy tech that Bob says he worked with. Next, there was the matter of anti-gravity. Bob says that the ship had a magnetic ring that would actually flip the polarity of the atoms in the air molecules. Then there was the propulsion system. Bob says that the ship used plasma to make a bubble of compressed air, then exploded it. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. If this guy knows all of this stuff, why doesn't he publish a paper in a scientific journal? But wait, there's more. Bob says that these alien spaceships had no moving parts. But all this still doesn't explain how the ship could fly backwards. So what do you think? Do you think Bob Lazar was telling the truth, or was he just a crazy guy who made the whole thing up? Thank you all for watching. What do you think about Bob's story? Let me know in the comments section below.